realizes the cop is actually the murderer. What's that? What's that heart? What's that tab? What's that? What's that? Is that a fan club? Join Mr. Bunninz fan club? That's my fan club? What is that? I have a fan club? What the fuck does that even mean? I do? That's 30. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, money. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Alright, let's get into this though.
Text citizens what happens when there actually is secret killers in disguise.
Yeah, why not show murder and his killer?
Here are 3 examples of when cops
Oh my
tried to
God.
get away with murder.
Whoa. Yeah, you know she wanted to do it. She meant to do it. He looks like it's a 50-50 with him. It's like he's conflicted. It's like somebody told him to do it. You feel me? And it's like, you know what that face is? That's the face of somebody who said, they was like, this is the face of somebody that got told, yo, bro, trust me, bro, you're not gonna get caught, gang. I promise, bro. Like, bro, I promise you're not gonna get caught. You're not gonna get caught, bro. You do this, bro, you're not gonna get caught, bro, and we're gonna be good, bro. This is gonna be the last one, bro. Yo, first and only. You good. William's just an old head. William's just an old head, so like, you feel me? He knew what he was doing. He's an old head. He know right from wrong. He's guilty by default. He know what he was doing.
Starting with the horrifying case of William Talley.
Oh, and he's a sergeant?
May 2019,
Georgia, GSP. Nigga said, what? Why are we discussing this?
At some point during the fight, he fired
chill, mud.
shots at her. William quickly left the scene, stealing Kelly's truck, but was worried
What I told
he
you.
may have done more.
What I told you. He knew what he was doing. He knows right from wrong. He shot her and stole her truck. Why didn't you go in your cruiser? This was you know what it was? You know what it was? Listen, look, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what this was. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened here. This is exactly what happened here. Right? He was on some like trying to spice it, you feel me? Like some sugar daddy type of timing, you feel me? And it got to a point where he wasn't jacking the sugar daddy type of shit no more, you feel me? Like he like, yo, I really want to see you now. Like I'm really trying to get active. I'm really trying to get in there. Like I'm trying to get in there. Like, and she on some I need more moolah, papa. I need more dinero, papi, more dinero. She look a little Colombian, look a little Spanish, you feel me? I need more money, you feel me? So thank you for the dolphin, money. You feel me? So what she ain't know, she ain't nobody was a cop. She ain't nobody was a sergeant at that. Or a sergeant, nigga. This nigga's a sergeant. There's levels to this shit, boy. No Meek Mill. You feel me? So what happened is he put her info in, put the number in. All he need is the phone number or the social. Put the social in on the computers in the police database. Feel me? Found the Addy and said, yo. He said, yo, he pulled up. Knock, knock, knock. She opened the door. Oh, it's Buddy. Oh, shit. He got knocks out. Yo, bread or buns. Simple. I need all my ends back or buns. You feel me? I need something. You gonna have to compensate. You fucked around. You're bugging. I needs that. You gonna have to give him something. She wasn't jacking bread or buns. So son flocked her down. Simple. He was not playing. And said, you know what? You said no bread or buns. I bet I'm taking your V. Fuck out of here. I'm on that. And now this is how we got here. Let's continue.
Damage that he realized.
So I don't know anything since then. No, that's what I told him when I called. He told me that he was
The police had to immediately treat this like a crime scene and decided to search the house to ensure Kelly's safety.
Nah, nigga, that bread buns or Figi's crazy.
Silently pleading that they wouldn't find her dead.
Yo, bro. Yo, bro, that's William body, man. I ain't condoning it. You feel me? That ain't my body, bro. You feel me? That's William body. Don't shoot the messenger, bro. I'm just providing the information and I'm debunking everything that's going down. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a debunker, you are? Simple. Oh. Come on, he a sergeant. You ain't have to do all that. I thought these was your guys. Those is not your sergeants, though? He said, I've been waiting to do this to this nigga. Remember that write-up you gave me the other week? Remember you took my firearm? Waiting to do that shit.
Upon entering the house, evidence of some kind of physical altercation was scattered throughout. As they entered the kitchen, though, they would find Callie's dead body lying on the ground. With all the evidence the police had, it wasn't difficult for them to determine their main suspect. But catching him was another matter. They knew that William had received both police and SWAT training, so he'd be difficult to catch.
Oh shit! This would have been so fire if he dead went on the run, but they caught him though. We already seen the nigga in the interrogation shit. You feel me? So we know he caught. They caught him, but like this would have been fire though. I'm not gonna lie. This would have been crazy. Nigga say, yo, we gonna have to treat this nigga like what type? That nigga, a sergeant in the department's patrol division and a former ranger served on the special weapons and tactics SWAT team, nigga. He was on the SWAT team, nigga. He's different. That old man is different. He gonna start moving like John Wick. Don't fuck around. That's why they moving like that. That's why they moving like that.
However, all of a sudden, police received a phone call informing them William had gotten into a car crash. The cops were...
Ain't no fucking way. Y'all gonna give this nigga so much aura. Tell me this nigga was on the SWAT team and had all this special training to not know how to fucking drive. You're not that ass right now. How do you Mac? Gang know how to drive tanks, know how to drive insurgents, but you don't know how to drive a 1986 Ford fucking what? I don't even know what that was. What type of V was that?
The phone call informing them.
That looked like a Chevrolet. His kryptonite is regular cars, right? That's his kryptonite, right? Regular cars? Don't give that nigga a regular car. William, your aura just went down exponentially.
William had gotten into a car crash. The cops rushed to the hospital where they found their #1 suspect waiting for them, bruised and bloodied.
Do you need a free and easy way to capture your gameplay? Introducing Outplayed. Record anything on your PC. Highlight reels, let's play session.
Yo, Sam, appreciate the likes on hard store. Oh, he got banged up.
He was discharged from the hospital. He was immediately brought to an interrogation room.
That should be so Yo, I swear, that should be so fucked up, bro. Like, them niggas do not wait, bro. They do not. It's a murder. They do not play no games. They do not wait, son. Nigga, if you get, you in the hospital, they be waiting right there, posted like this, right over your bed. Yo, you good? You good? Hey, buddy, you good? We gotta take you down to the station shortly. Your IV gonna be done in maybe 5-7 minutes. We gonna have to take you to the station though after that. Oh, you hungry? Nurse, you can bring this nigga some applesauce and a little bottle of water. We gonna have to take you to the station soon though, homie. Look at him, he's still in pain. Look at him. Look at it, look at him. Look.
investigation would truly be.
Niggas put him out on the wheel. Niggas brought him out in the wheelchair. Look.
Once William was discharged from the hospital, he was immediately brought to an interrogation room where the investigation.
At least they gave him some clothes.
Yeah, right now he's charged with murder. You're charged with violation of oath of office, and you're charged with possession of
He's delirious. He's delirious.
Maybe once we start talking about it a little bit,
You don't know what's going on. It wasn't Becky, was it? Was it Kelly? Becky.
William mentions two names here.
Then he's not a
Becky
cop.
And Kelly. Of course, we know Kelly to be his girlfriend, but William was actually married to another woman named Rebecca Talley, who he'd been cheating on.
Oh,
William obviously appears
nigga Willie a pimp.
but whether this is just an act or not is another question. He spent multiple days in the hospital and was discharged after being medically cleared, so it's unlikely he'd still be this out of it. Regardless, it at least seems to be keeping him calm. At least for now.
and you can sign this. Well, we're gonna get to that.
That nigga's stomach hurt.
I'm not talking until somebody talks to me. I can tell you who, if we can get started there. And it is Kelly.
Oh my god. He's hurting himself. He's hurting himself. He's hurting himself. He's hurting himself. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, he doesn't know what happened. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on.
There's a small chance William really is this distraught over Kelly's death, but he was completely unaware of what he was doing at the time. So it seems more likely that he's actually just using this as a guise to vent and scream about how his life is pretty much finished and over a small argument with his mistress. He's also likely frustrated that he got caught so easily. Remember, this is a man with SWAT and police training.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
knows how to evade the cops, but almost instantly after going on the run, his plans were shut down in an incredibly unpredictable way. William manages to calm down while the detective
Bitch views
talks
while
to
he
him,
fucked
but
up.
only for a few short seconds.
You know bitches be fucked up. Oh my god. Bro, he's trying to hurt himself. Get him the ambulance. Somebody get him some help. Yo, appreciate that, like, DJ.
You don't want to talk to us, that's fine, but let's not do this, okay? Okay? Let's not do this. Right now you're hurting yourself.
Bro, he's moving like Itadori Yuji, nigga. Like, he's moving like Sukuna, like, took over his body and murdered Shorty. He came back to life and started crashing out.
Okay? There's someone else hurt, okay?
What you're watching is a man who knows without a doubt that he's guilty, doing everything he can to try and find a way out. He's panicking, and the cops were probably extremely relieved when William finally asked for a lawyer and put an end to this dramatic interrogation. However, this obviously didn't help him at all, as the detectives already had all the evidence they needed to convict him. And William Talley was sentenced to life behind bars.
Damn.
Despite William
Why'd he
being
kill her,
a local
though?
cop and even knowing some of the officers involved, this case was handled perfectly.
Well, why'd he kill her?
A stark contrast to that of Matthew Boynton, whose case
Boynton.
was so weird and corrupt that the cops ended up investigating a shooting that never even happened.
You know you can't give a sworn statement and lie on it. Why would you do this?
On the 15th of April 2016, police found Jessica Boynton hidden in the closet of her home with a gunshot wound to the head and a police-issued firearm in her hand. The county sheriff reportedly ruled her dead at the scene, but there was a problem. Jessica was neither dead nor shot.
Huh?
After she was rushed to the hospital, the ER found no entrance wounds or bullets. Instead, they found evidence of a blunt force attack to the back of her head. This case is already incredibly confusing, but what's worse is that the police's #1 suspect, Matthew Boynton, told cops that he received a text from Jessica saying she was about to commit suicide. After rushing home, he heard 2 gunshots coming from the house and told police. Matthew was taken to the police station and interrogated, but was caught lying about a vital piece of evidence. This is where we join the detectives as they try to unwrap this baffling web of lies.
Like, damn, doing that shit in your uniform is crazy.
Okay. So when was the last time you saw her back? It's been a long time. Like I said, I used to work out at there's 2 gyms in Boston. I don't remember the name of it. I used that one, and I had a gray Nike bag I used to work out in. So I interchanged myself like protein drinks, powder shakes like pre-workout, workout shorts, pants, shoes, whatever. I put it in that bag or my Nike bag.
Suspects who aren't telling the truth tend to over-explain as they feel they have something to prove to detectives. If they can give lots of information over, they think it'll convince the detective that they're not lying, as they couldn't possibly make all of that up. However, in actuality, suspects telling the truth will give a more instinctual, simplified answer to the question, because they don't have to think about it as much. Bear that in mind as the interview continues.
So when was the last time you saw her back? Yeah, it's been a while. I don't know the exact date on that. I think my stepdad, he had it in the
over-explaining, dumb nigga.
It's been a while, and he brought it back and been through it or anything.
Alright, it's been a while, nigga. Stick with that. You keeps talking, nigga. Bro, like, alright, bro.
You ever look over and see all the stuff in there? I declared that somehow recently. That was tossed in there, but I mean, there's in there really a bunch of my stuff, like a brown stuff. I used to keep my old patrol car with gym stuff in it, work stuff.
Remember, that answer was given in response to the question, when
How,
was the
what
last
night?
time you saw this bag?
Like, what the fuck?
Something that could have been answered in a single sentence. The detectives already knew that Matthew was lying about this bag, as that's the whole reason he was brought to the second interrogation. But now they're 100% sure he's hiding something, and they're about to call him out on it.
Alright, Matthew. Known you a long time when y'all were in the process of moving. And you moved into the house that you're at now, your residence. Did you or did you not send it back?
Yes, sir, in my storage room.
Bro, simple question, yes or no?
I guess it just wrote it to you.
Well, it was just if you had it at your house.
I don't know. I guess somebody got it from my garage and my shed.
Who would have got it?
There's a couple of people.
Like, who, nigga? Who? What you mean is a couple people, bitch?
Complete field with female clothes. This one photo of it. That's not yours.
This whole thing might not seem like a big deal, but it's actually the root of a much bigger problem. This bag, along with everything in it, belonged to Jessica. So when it was discovered in Matthew's possession after he told police that he'd handed all of her belongings over, it confirmed that he had been lying under oath. Again, a small issue at first, but now that the detectives know he's lying about this, they know that almost every piece of information he's given them could be completely
Matthew, you fucking up, Matthew.
We have evidence that came out of your storage room. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
No, sir.
Do you believe that statement to be accurate, true?
Not now.
Not now. What you mean?
No, sir.
Matthew has now essentially confessed to stealing the bag of Jessica's belongings and lying under oath.
Damn.
There is the question of why he did this, but we haven't even gotten started on the assault part of the case. Why Jessica was found unconscious in their closet after allegedly texting Matthew she was going to shoot herself. As it turns out, though, the police would also never move on to that part of the case, and it remained completely unanswered. Matthew was charged with stealing and lying under oath, and after being placed on administrative leave, he resigned from the force, but went completely uncharged for whatever happened on the night of April 15th. Many people have been left wondering why that may be, but the most obvious answer lies in police corruption, and the fact that the county sheriff just so happened to be Matthew's granddad, the same sheriff who lied by pronouncing Jessica dead at the scene. What's worse is that Jessica's head trauma left her without any memory of the night, so it's likely this case will remain unsolved forever.
Wow.
The murder of Sherry Rasmussen,
That's
which lay
crazy.
unsolved for 23 years, before new information revealed that the culprit was actually one of the police force's best detectives.
Now you're accusing me of this? Is that what you're saying?
After decades of investigations, DNA evidence revealed that Stephanie was very likely the culprit of a murder committed in 1986. Because of the high-stakes nature of the case, the detectives made sure to meticulously plan this interrogation.
She definitely did it.
Was a really successful detective
She did it.
herself, and she had recently received recommendations for her good work.
Now you're
on that
accusing me of
case.
this?
So
She
the
did it.
detectives used this and brought her in under the guise that they needed help with the case.
I don't want to talk about Citizen Squad because I don't know if people are listening. And if we go to my side, everybody's always wondering when everybody's killed. Okay?
And an interrogation room is a strange place for such a conversation to take place, so to put her mind at ease, detectives told her this was the place they'd least be likely to be overheard, as the case details were strictly confidential. Sherry Rasmussen's body had been found at her home after being shot 3 times. At the time, police suspected the murder was a
See that
result
E30?
of a burglary
That's a
gone
fire. That's a
wrong.
BM.
But the case went cold when they couldn't identify the suspect. However, 23 years later, when revisiting the case, detectives found evidence that led them towards Stephanie, a girl who had been trapped in a love triangle with Sherry and her husband, John Rutten. So the
Yikes.
detectives decided to bring up John's name to see how she'd react.
Are you guys friends? Close friends?
Yeah, we're very close friends.
Yeah.
I mean, what's this all about?
It's a case we're working on. It involves John, and in there, there's notes and stuff that he knew you and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I mean, good friends, lived in the dorms for, I lived in the dorms for 2 years.
Was there ever any relationship or anything developed between you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we dated, you know, I mean, what's this all about?
Well, it's
We're getting to it, bitch. You're gonna see.
wife.
Both the detectives and Stephanie have tried to seem as friendly and relaxed as possible around each other, but Stephanie is obviously starting to get very anxious at this point. Even though the detectives gave a somewhat believable excuse, she's now in an interrogation room faced by 2 detectives being questioned about a girl she supposedly murdered 20 years earlier. Her breathing has become faster, and her language is defensive, and her movements have become more erratic.
And you're
I mean,
right.
if you guys are claiming that I'm a suspect, then, you know, I got a problem with, you know, with that.
Okay.
Okay, so, you know, if you're doing this as an interrogation, you're saying, hey, I'm a suspect. Well, now I got a problem with, you know, now you're accusing me of this.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Obviously, you know, all the DNA stuff and things of the nature that, you know, gets done on cases nowadays. You know, if we asked you for a DNA swab, would you be willing to give us one?
Maybe. Because now I'm thinking I probably need to talk to a lawyer.
Stephanie chooses to provide DNA evidence, hoping her willingness to help out would ultimately prove her innocence. But, unfortunately for her, just 5 minutes later, the
Bitch was
detectives
bugged.
decided they've heard enough and put her
Damn.
in cuffs. Months later, after a long and arduous trial, a decision was made by the jury.
We, the jury, in the above titled action, find the defendant, Stephanie
Guilty.
Eileen Lazarus, guilty of the crime of murder of Sherry Rasmussen. We further find the murder was of the first degree.
After hiding it for 23 years,
She
Stephanie
looks crazy.
Lazarus was finally found guilty of murder and sentenced to 27 years behind bars. If you enjoy true crime videos like this, make sure you're subscribed.
This is cool. This is cool. This is cool.